Hello, everybody. What's up? It's Papa Bale, and I'm here with my brother of Convergence Emergence.
How's it going, everybody? I got I got enough subscribers to go live. Yeah. So what do you got going on, Papa Bale?
Well, we got this experiment going on. I am working with my pulse motors, and we're doing our first joint stream, seeing how that will go.
That's right, and it was giving some feedback sound when we were close together, so we'll have to figure that out.
Well, I think we got it figured out. We got to be in different rooms.
Right.
All right. Hello, hello.
How's it going? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the joint stream.
Welcome, welcome.
So yeah, so why don't you go ahead and describe what you got going on there?
So I got a pulse motor running a pulse motor. I'm going to describe the circuit in just a second.
Okay. I think they're pretty cool.
All right, so let me describe the circuit here. Comes from the power supply into the coils. Then from the coils, it goes into the switch on the far side. But I'm going to bypass the switch. The switch is misbehaving. And then from the switch, it goes to the transistor. And then from the transistor, it goes to ground. And I'm going to be experimenting with artificial grounds. Hello, hello. How we
Welcome in.
doing? So not like the ground from the power supply, but have an artificial ground. So that'll be interesting to experiment with that.
What kind of artificial ground are you thinking of?
Big copper balls. What else?
Big copper balls. All right. All right, so you're gonna take the switch out.
Yeah, it's corroded or something's. It's got black stuff on it. I gotta clean it.
Thank you for the like. Appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody.
Hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. All right, here we go. Turn on some power. Now, see, these lights light up, and that shows that the power is going through the system. And then here we'll trigger the trigger coil for this one. There we
Okay.
go.
So the pulse motor is
Running the pulse motor.
running the second pulse motor.
I'm just demonstrating that a pulse motor can generate electricity, which is usable for lots of different things. And that little one down there is sucking all the amperage right through the system.
Welcome in.
So the speed of this motor right here is not really important. What's more important is the speed of the one down there. But it's good if we can get them both functioning like. See, look at how fast that baby's going.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
looking
running off
good.
of the cap bank right here. But it might be too much of a load for the motor right now. I'm thinking that if I take the trigger strand and wrap it in series with the rest of the coil and then have an external trigger, that both motors could run then. Because you can see this one's slowing down. But let me show you.
Thanks, Dark. You have a
We're
wonderful
just
day.
going to unclip one of these.
Hey, everybody, welcome in.
So we take the
Convergence,
load
Emergence,
off.
and Papa Bales.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Matthew? Why you say that?
Yeah, what are you even talking about, bruh? The Matthew, what do you mean? I don't like that word waste. I hate that word.
Thank you guys for the likes. Like and
Really appreciate
subscribe.
you
Let us know if
guys.
you have any questions.
What do you think it is I'm trying to do, Matthew? Right on.
Right on, Dark.
So now all the energy is being dumped into the cap bank. Those lights are getting really bright.
So it's the pulse motor that keeps on giving as long as you got, charged caps, charged battery, or power supply. So
I like it. It was a
yeah.
burst of inspiration to create a rotor that could kind of have a flywheel application or a toroid flywheel application. So basically, you push all the weight to the outside, and then you hollow out the inside, and that makes a lot of force to help make it spin. Yeah, that's right here, buddy. It's a DC buck converter. It's a 600-watt power supply. DC.
Hey, conscious. Yeah, we've been doing this for a couple of years, so I assume they'd, if they cared, they'd have already done that. So nah.
Yeah, if they were coming for me, they would have come for me already.
But like and subscribe. Check out all the content on the channel. Papa Bale's Pulse Motors. It's pretty sweet. I'm just starting mine. Convergence, Emergence, and energy storage is definitely part of that. My channel.
So the motor up here runs rather well when the load isn't on, when the motor load isn't on it. It'll run a light really easily, but because apparently the way I have the motor set up, it's taking too much energy. But I don't mind.
No,
I
well,
don't mind this taking too much energy.
there's still an evolution. We started with just wooden discs with small magnets on them. So there's no real goal setting here. It's just kind of learning in real time.
Well, the goal has been met over and over and over again. I just wanted to make things spin.
There it is. That's the goal.
I made the discs, and then I wanted them to spin, and I'm like, how do you make the discs spin? How do you get them to spin? And they said start it with 32 gauge. So somebody was playing a joke with me, and they're like, start with the really thin wire. Make your own coils. And then I got a 3D printer. I started making my own rotors. But I started out with a laser etching company made me discs with a center hole. So like half the work was already done. Getting that center hole, you either have to have the center hole is big for a rotor. Most people would rather buy a bike wheel than try and make a rotor.
Straight up. And we're not
Straight up.
really we're not educated here. We're kind of learning, you know, based off our own stuff and some stuff from the community and history, but this is a journey, a learning journey. But if you think about it, it's like, you know, when you mention like perpetual motion machine, you're talking about solving physics. And then you're like, physics is already solved. So there's a whole spectrum of thought there.
Well, math is definitely a problem, and we're trying to solve the problem.
Mhm.
You know, it's a math problem. You get it?
Yeah, the Dyson spheres. I think there's going to be multiple Dyson spheres competing with each other now. Just started thinking that. Like multiple ones.
So what else could I run other than that motor or this light? Like, what else could I do? I don't want to charge a battery because that's boring. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Like a light and the other motor, that's like the classics.
Appreciate that, Health.
Thanks, Health.
Oh, excuse me, Heath. See, I need to get, my eyes are going bad.
There's no bin, man. If you're talking about the trash, Matt, dude, just slow your roll, dog.
Welcome in. India's in the house.
Hello, hello. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay.
There he goes. Yeah, I can't do it. I tried to do it already.
You got to give
Yeah,
him a chance,
totally,
though.
totally. Yeah,
Got to give him a
there's
chance.
you gotta, and then he just kept pouring. Um, but it's like we're brothers, so we grew up together, and he's been fascinated with magnets before he was 10. So it's a natural progression to pick it up later in life and bring it to this level. My opinion on it. What time is it? It's almost 5 p.m.
All right. Let's see if we can get it going here. I might have blown a transistor.
Me too, Dark. Straight up. Oh, right. You got transistors today. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to swap it out down there. It's the one down there that blew out. Because when the energy builds up in this cat bank and get up to 1200 watts, if you blow that all at one time on a transistor, yeah, it's going bye-bye.
Appreciate that, Dark.
So
These are pulse motors, and pulse motors.
DC brushless motor.
Yeah, we work with magnets and rotors and coils.
Yeah, it's a pulse motor that runs on DC, and it's brushless, so it works with the magnets and the coils, but no contact except for my switch that I built. Can't believe I'm doing this with one hand.
What's up, Travis? I feel like I'm in the future too.
There
No,
it goes.
that's a
Yeah.
great statement there, Dark. 10 likes. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe. I think you can subscribe to both of us now. I don't know what it looks like on the other side, but check out
So
my
12 volts
channel. I'm just
in.
starting it.
We got our top motor barely running, but it's running. But our bottom rotor, wow, dude.
I would
This
think
rotor is really special too. It floats and like does itself pretty good.
it levitates itself. Yeah, it's got the magnetic bottom 3D printed. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Now, magnets and fossil fuels, that's a good question. So I'm assuming, yeah, a lot of things are going to turn to magnetic motors. So a lot of it's going to be driven by electrons, but most electrons come from fossil fuels right now. So we'll have to see about the
So I need
replacement
to
of
get
the
some
current electron.
graphene and apply it to my magnetic induction switch. It works via magnetic coupling. It's a paper clip, basically, with a piece of copper that it knocks up against when the magnet pushes it towards the copper. I need to coat the copper and the paper clip with graphene.
Right. That's right. What up, Depression Talks? This is
You know,
It's
top
plugged
motor
into a
stop.
power supply, so it's plugged into the wall. We keep it real. We've seen those other video thumbnails on the YouTube. We don't even look at that stuff. It has millions of views and stuff.
So at 22 volts, that one down there is blazing. It's like blazing. Wow, dude.
And that's being powered by the one on the table.
Yep.
The big table,
So the
excuse me.
output of this one, even though it's not really running, is flowing through this cap bank and being used to run that one down there. And it's fucking, excuse me, it's blazing.
Blazing. Appreciate that, Dark. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you think perpetual motion will be possible?
I think that when we transcend the third dimension, that all that isn't going to matter anymore. So, like, when we become active participants in like a fourth or a fifth dimension, where the laws of physics really don't apply, it's not going to matter. But I think, you know, honestly, if you use Star Trek lore and the transwarp beaming, beam me up, Scotty, transwarp style, that equation says a lot. In reality, it says that everything around you is moving really, really fast. And in that regard, I think that perpetual motion may already be happening, you know, and we're caught inside of it. It's
Yeah,
not something that you can quantumize, really. It's
I
just
think
happening all
our
around you all the time anyway.
relative position in the universe is in a perpetual motion. You know, but then you would think it would be on forever, and some people say the planets will or the stars will drift further apart. Planets will drift further away from the stars, then they'll slow down and just be random pieces of mass in the universe. So there's schools of thought there too.
I love this, man. This is great. All right, let me let me back it out. All right, what do I want to do? I was just thinking about something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hook the switch back up and see if I can't. I'm gonna work with that a little bit.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Convergence, Emergence, and Papa Bale's Pulse Motors. Thanks for dropping by. Like and subscribe. Let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah. let us know. We'll help you if we can.
Is there friction between electrons? Interesting question.
I don't think so. Because negative and negative repel. I don't think they ever touch each other. I don't think they're ever attracted to each other either. If you change it, then yeah, maybe. But you have to manipulate the heck out of that to make that happen. But yeah, I mean, I think we can. Alchemy is a thing. You know, it's real.
Now, what about photons?
Photons are the same. They're aren't they like positive electrons, basically, light beams or something? If that's the positive inverse of the electron, it's the same difference.
Mm.
I mean, if you got a positive and a positive attracting to each other, that is definitely something you need to look at more.
Because I think with what we're using here on Earth, we're more limited by the photons. So if those are electrons, I got a D in chemistry. So, and I don't even know if that was part of that. It's physical science too.
I never took a physics class.
Okay. Then we're limited by photons rather than electrons. And well, how we can use them, I should say.
Oh, duh. Go figure. All right.
Our virtual vortex. So it's yeah, nice. You do know a lot more about this than I do, bro, for sure.
Well, I just figured out that I didn't have the switch engaged. I've been trying to work it like the whole time with it being like I'm basically unplugged.
That's funny, man.
It is. It is rather enjoyably funny. All right, it's gonna get going here. Looks like it anyway. Yeah, look at that. Nice energy in the cat bank. Isn't that up? You can see it flowing through now because it's like flashing. Awesome.
Thank you, Depression. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man, that's free energy. Hit the like button.
Free. Yeah. Yeah. The vibes people give
Right
off
on.
can sometimes be free. Yes. But yeah, paid vibes. Oh,
Whoa,
man.
that was moving so fast it started shaking off the table.
Dude.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, literally it started like scooting. I'm like, I gotta turn it off now because and the switch, the paperclip switch that I want to coat with graphene is really like it adds power. It adds oomph without actually drawing amps to do so. I mean, it's drawing a little bit of amperage, especially because the second motor. It's like it sucks the amps straight through the whole system from the power supply. It's amazing.
Oh, appreciate the Sunday.
Woohoo! Hello, hello. So what about convergence emergence, bro?
Well, just getting started. Kind of want to focus on a positive vision of the future, and then kind of use a bunch of different concepts and principles and economic kind of considerations to kind of show a different view from what we're used to. Um, so, my opinion, the future is going to be bright. It's going to be, um, you know, AI and robotics are going to be a huge part of it. And speaking economically of it, if you just imagine what we have to do to train a human being to be workforce ready, it's usually a 20-year process. And then how much money and effort goes into that 20 years to get the person ready to get into the workforce. You're going to be able to manufacture a humanoid robot that has high intelligence with AI in it and multiply your workforce per humanoid robot that you can manufacture or acquire. So GDP will become manipulatable in this way. So it won't be a good measure of how well a nation is doing anymore. There's lots of outfits out there working on using AI to extend the health span of people, so life expectancy. Um, and there's a lot of innovation that's about to happen that's really gonna create change for the basics, the necessities, the cost of living across the globe. Worrying about having a job and the cost of living are the top two things that people worry about across the globe. So if you own a business, you're subject to an wage cost and then the taxes associated with those wages.
Like
So
and subscribe.
it's not just the wages, it's the tax on top of that. So when you're talking to an employer about replacing, jobs with robots, a lot of them would want to just purchase the labor up front and then see how long those robots can last over time. And then they don't get sick, they don't go on vacation, they don't complain, they don't get sent to HR. They work 3 shifts. So one could replace more than one human worker. The the implications are profound. But right now, that's non-existent with the humanoid robots, but it is existent with the AI. And I've always been saying AI is going to disrupt white collar work, high level corporate workers before the robots disrupt blue collar work or the vocational stuff. So right now, the message is reskill, learn AI, and you'll make it, or move to something where you're physically moving atoms and you'll make it. But it's all window, in my opinion. It's the intelligence slope of these AIs is not just going to stop at a certain level. It's going to continue. Um, and I don't know what the
Well, this is what I think. I think with all the rockets going into space, they could launch some batteries up there. And you could have a solar fields in space, and you could launch a freaking payload of batteries up, charge them up, bring them back. You could have a cycle going in time that would never stop. Okay, in a small amount of time, you could have enough ships going back and forth loaded with batteries that you would never run out of energy ever.
Yeah, I think most of the
You
energy
don't
for
need a
AI.
space elevator. You don't need to zap it down with the laser. You don't need to do any of that crap. Just send batteries back and forth. I mean, we're already sending thousands and thousands of ships into space or whatever. Let's just keep on being practical about it.
So I think a lot of the energy that's going into AI and later on into quantum will all be generated in space. I don't think the demand for that's going to be here on Earth. And,
I'm
maybe
all
in the
about
very
action,
beginnings
not
of it.
about arguing, though.
But I think AI and quantum will be powered in space with space solar, which is way different than what we have here. But I still think we can um, decentralize the compute down here and then um, power our industry that we
Oh,
don't send
rip,
up into
man, rip.
space.
Is that real? Are you serious?
No way.
You're joking, right? Is that real? I haven't been paying attention to that, but that sucks if that's real.
Totally.
Rip. That's terrible, man. He was cool. Sorry.
No, that's big if that's real. Holy moly. And then we'll be able to power everything down here with solar batteries and then maybe a little bit of hydrogen for the high temp intense stuff.
And then I heard there's like a moon mining idea floating around. I don't like that one that much. I think that if we start turning the moon into Swiss cheese, we're going to end up with problems.
Hmm.
That's what I think. But I know that's probably the path of least resistance, and it's what we're going to do. So that would make the movie The Time Machine like the most accurate time movie ever.
Time machine. Hmm.
You know, where the moon's like falling from the sky? Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
All right. So what we got here is the pulse motor. It's a DC brushless motor. It's got 24 gauge coil here. It's a bifilar with 32 gauge trigger. Got two 20 gauge coils. There's about 6 pounds of copper here altogether. I did mention that we have a trigger strand here that's hooked up to the transistor. And it's also being filtered through a paperclip switch. And all the energy being gathered from this pulse motor on the table is running this one down here on the bottom
Nice.
at a nice clip, man. It's going pretty smooth. This coil down here is profoundly powerful for how small it is. It's awesome.
Thank you guys for all the likes. We appreciate it.
Yeah, heck yeah. So if anybody's got the lowdown on this Joe Rogan thing, that
Yeah, if
sucks.
anybody can confirm that. Holy moly.
It looks like that might be real. I mean,
Mhm.
but I've seen a lot of like Facebook. They have like a different guy who's bit the dust like every day, and sometimes it's not. I don't even know. It sucks when I see like a famous guy, a guy that I idolized or might have even just thought was really cool, like an actor. Uh, it sucks, especially when they end up not being dead. I don't know. It sucks both ways. I mean, it sucks to hear that they're dead, and then it sucks to hear that somebody might actually fake that. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right? Yeah.
A running joke, huh? Yeah. We got a pulse motor running a pulse motor. So we got this big bad boy up here running this one down here. And it takes very little energy to do so. We're at 13 volts in, 50 milliamps. 60, 50, 6, 7. Now it's 6, 7. But it was 5, 6.
What up, Lord Alcatraz? We spell it differently now. We spell it TYMEMASHEEN. Time machine.
Very good. We're learning again. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
No, the brushes are non-existent. But I like brushes. I had a counter rotating pulse motor ran on a commutator plate. So this is a DC brushless motor.
Thank you guys for dropping in. Thank you guys for the likes. Like and
Thank you. Thank
subscribe.
you. Heck
Let
yeah.
us know if you have any questions.
About 2.5, 2 3/4 years, maybe 3 years, on and off. I wish I could sit at the helm and get both of them in the shot at the same time, but it's like kind of in the wrong position to make that happen.
Mm.
I have to go like up like that. That's not bad. That's a pretty good shot, actually. This coil is 18 gauge, so 1 millimeter wire, 20 millimeter wire, and 32 gauge, 300 turns, trifilar. God, it's so smooth. Look at that. That is amazing. Running off secondary power. That's great. That's phenomenal.
So go ahead and explain what you got going on there one more time for Skinny.
It's not charging itself. It's running a baby pulse motor.
Mhm.
I've tried to plug I tried to stick the head up the butt one too many times, man. Nothing really happens when you do that. Okay? Your motor stops when you do that. It stalls out. I mean, you can use diodes and stuff, but it doesn't make the performance any better. What it it doesn't. It really doesn't. The best way to run a pulse motor is standardized, like just a connection without all the other stuff that you think isn't bogging your motor down. Now, back EMF, I think that's a thing per coil basis. Even and then there's a series circuit. I'm not exactly sure. I do not have a BEMF connection hooked up right now. Let me think here. It's just a standard series circuit with a switch at the end that dumps into a transistor and then grounds. And I'm telling you, there's the load is the other motor, and it's I don't know. It works. It's kind of okay. You need the switch though to make it work.
That's cool, Garrett.
Without the switch, you're drawing way too many amps, like way too many.
But the text size in this chat is making me realize that I need glasses or contacts for sure.
Wow, that is awesome. Now let's start it up because it's obviously not started. Woo!
Nice, dude.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Especially the alternator cap bank. So cool. Takes all the AC generated from this pulse motor, converts it to DC, sends it through a lot of caps. So it's like it's 1200 watts of purified DC. It has 4 bridge rectifiers in it. It's awesome. Now what I could do, now that everything's running so great, is take this coil and hook it up down here
Oh.
and have this coil power the light.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the chain would go first pulse motor, charges second pulse motor, charges the light. And then the light is like an oscillator. So it goes in the light and then it comes out the light back into the system. Yeah, I think it'll be great. Yeah, I've been experimenting with some high voltage lately. I don't think I'd run a second pulse motor on high voltage though, because it requires way too much amperage the way I have it hooked up. You get up to about 20 volts. See that one down there starts going really, really fast.
Nice.
There it goes. You see it?
I heard that.
Yeah, it starts moving. I mean, if I put the propellers on this motor, it's probably going to take off. Like,
Hey, everybody, welcome in. Thanks for dropping in. Like and subscribe. And let us know if you have any questions.
nice. So you ran a pulse motor on the 400 volt cap on its own. It ran itself for 6 hours. That's cool. Yeah, I'm working on something right now that kind of runs itself not for 6 hours, but it runs itself for like a half an hour. And it's this right here. It's got 4 pickup coils, and then it dumps into that cap bank right there. And then from the cap bank, it runs
I'm on a live
a
right now.
switch. It runs a switch.
It'll be next week.
It's gonna be cool. It runs best on a reed switch. But I might need to get some aluminum involved with that. Because the magnets, well, I need to get less powerful magnets.
So what's
So-
everybody up to today? Or
What's
this
going
evening
on?
or overnight?
Big barrels. Yeah. Whiskey barrels. So when you go down there to tap it, all you're going to get is electricity. You're going to be
40
like, I'm so
gauge
thirsty.
wire.
I'm so thirsty. And all you're going to get is electricity.
40 gauge wire? Holy moly.
Flawless victory so far. All right, let's check out some of the readings here. This is coming out the end of the cap bank. So this is how much we have in reserve, and the rest is being taken by the motor. And that's at 14 volts in and 130 milliamps. Let's take a look at the oscilloscope. It's going to be nothing because it's DC. Perfect. Oh, look at that. Maybe I was wrong. What the hell is that? It's only like
man.
4 volts, 7 volts, but it's positive. That's pretty neat. Crazy.
420 milliamps. That's
Let's
funny.
look at the frequency here. I think it's like 28.
Yep, there it was.
0 hertz.
Excuse me, sorry.
So this is what we get on the end of the cap bank. And I think that's actually reverberation from the pulse motor down here. So it's backdraft up the wire because they're connected. This reading is coming from the little one down there. At least that's what I think. All right, so if we
Thank you
unclip
guys for
one
the
of
likes.
these,
We appreciate that. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
nope, we're good. And now look what's happening to the voltage in the cap bank. And the amps went off. The amps are gone. So the amps is 0.00 right now. And the cap bank is persistently filling. That's awesome. So we're definitely storing it right now. But when you have the apparatus hooked up, it doesn't store energy. It might store a little bit of energy, but it's basically designed to flow through it. Whew, we just made it. Yeah, I love playing with this stuff. I have spent quite a bit of my own money doing this, but I love it. So it is what it is. I don't think it's a waste of money or time by any means. Keeps me on the straight and narrow, and that's the best thing about it.
All right.
All right. Hell yeah, I learned a lot, man. I haven't learned what everybody else has learned though, apparently.
Tell my friends how she likes her.
The electrical engineering stuff.
Well, yeah, like this is how I build because I'm comfortable like this. This is where it's at. I haven't learned how to solder yet.
How she likes her.
Soldering. That's the next move.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah.
What kind are you, Tyler?
I think, can you feel how frozen and hot my hands are at the same time?
Oh, he's got tremors in his hands, so his hands go like this constantly. So he'll need some practice. But him doing all that stuff with the clips, going like this. Oh man, you're a warrior, bro.
Yeah, I do what I can. And then I try to do stuff that I can't.
Mhm. So you're a yes. That's what kind of troglodyte you are, Tyler.
No, I can see if you have sturdy hands that soldering would be an easy thing to do and probably the way to go. But I don't. And I've tried soldering and I'm very clumsy when it comes to doing stuff like that. Not afraid to admit it either. We lost something.
Oh, you guys, IQ's not going to mean anything in a little while. Intelligence is going to be commoditized and decreased at 40x to access it. So we got to about find better ways of measuring each other.
I look energetic.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where. I don't know the categories or the types.
Yeah.
Tyler, but cave. That sounds awesome.
All right, I'm gonna hook the light back up.
Hi.
The Loke Star Loke system. No affiliation.
Whoops. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy. I apologize.
Thank you guys for all the likes. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna move to a quieter spot. $30 likes. Rock and roll, everybody. Let me get a light on in here. All right. What's up, Yanni? We got a joint stream going now, and you can see my face now. What's up? So, what's everybody up to tonight?
All right. Well,
Oh yeah, what's the multimeter looking like, bro?
huh? What's that?
What's the reading? The multimeter readings?
Oh, right now it's nothing special. About 4 volts.
4 volts.
So I just dislocated the switch.
That's awesome, man. Built a greenhouse. I love that.
I love being a little gay boy.
All right, I think I have to.
What's the highest voltage we can go up to, bro?
Sorry, I can't. I'll get to you in a second.
He is in build mode. That's cool. I think it's at 75 volts here, though, right now with the new power supply.
Yeah. The voltage I can get up to 75. It's a 60 watt, 600 watt power supply. That's what it is. Um,
Don't drop out of college.
Yeah, finishing the greenhouse is always, that's got to be an incredible achievement and a great feeling. What's up, Beat?
hey, B.
Doing a joint stream. This is usually the old camera guy, but I got my channel up now, so I'm gonna start putting content on there.
Yay!
So where it's hooked up right now will only read DC because it's hooked up to the end of a cat bank. But I am going to try to do both of these things. So
Awesome. Thank you for the likes, everybody.
thank you, thank you. All right, and we got to clip it to this wire. There we go. And then this wire is clipped down to here. What am I gonna do about that? Yeah, there we go. That'll work.
It's fun. We can't really see exactly what you're working on, but we can hear you working hard.
Yeah, it's the way, I don't know, maybe it's the split screen that's kind of doing it to me.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. Yeah, but I can see it now. Yeah. This is our first live stream together.
Yeah. Whoa.
This is great. What was that?
That was a discharge.
I heard this sounded like a lighter flick, but it was a discharge.
Got cap bank discharge.
Okay.
All right. Now we got the light. I'm gonna switch back to the LED light.
Yeah. Zap. Welcome in, Mike.
Hello, hello. Johnny, hi. How's everybody doing? I haven't looked down at the camera yet in like 20 minutes, so I apologize.
Yeah, we got Yanni and Beat in the house right now.
Pete, what's up, my man? All right, so we're switched up here. Let's see what we can do.
Welcome in, God. I have not heard of that. But it sounds very interesting. No. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking that running both loads is going to be too much. This is running though. It's just it's putting a lot of pressure on this power supply. I'm gonna hook the switch back up.
All right. So you were talking about
There it goes.
the light. The light. And it's smooth light. No, I have not read that.
All right, I think this will work.
All right. So what did you do?
I hooked the switch back up.
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
Arr. Like the
There it
pirate
goes.
kind of. Arr. Okay, good. All right, and then the split screen is cutting it off a little bit. Yep.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to. You can hear it, right?
No, I'm on the other side of the house now. But they.
There it goes. See, now we're up to 57.5 volts at 0 amps. All right, I'm gonna try this again with the switch this time. Let's clip it.
You're very, you got the skills, man. You're doing one-handed clipping, filming.
Yeah, that's the main reason it's been so off center is because I'm trying with the one hand.
Yeah. He's been actually looking at the action, not the not his phone. Just he's been clipping. So I think he's got it now. Appreciate that, Pete. Awesome.
Yeah, the new prints are looking really sweet.
And you can kind of see the wires moving around. You know, there's some clip action happening.
And try it at 12 volts. Well, this switch has bit the dust.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
wait a minute. This might be one thing I can do.
it was definitely struggling yesterday. United States.
Let it harden up there a little bit. I'm gonna get another glue stick. Because I mean, it on underneath all that glue, the wire is now moving freely. So it needs to be glued down again so it doesn't move. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That's no bueno.
Down under. My accents are not very good. But, well, my Midwestern accent is good, but I really want to go to Australia.
Hell yeah.
Mhm. Oh, it just turned dark here. Good day, Mike. Yes. Yes, and then the UK. Of course, I want to visit the UK. That's where a lot of our heritage is from.
Look at the voltage go up in the cat bank.
It's awesome that we're around the world on this stream. I love it.
I don't know. That's been around for a while, but I still love it.
Yeah, my switch is broken. I need to make another one. But for now, we just bypass it.
Yeah, because Yanni, the way I look at it is we're meeting
All
here with
right. So how we
mind.
do that? We
Mhm.
unclip this. Then we unclip this. green one, and we put it in the place of that black one.
Hmm.
And now we're just running on the trigger strand. Totally different. It's totally different than running on both of them. All right, I'm gonna try. Try this again. One more again.
Boom, and then you got the black wire and the clip.
Clipped.
Okay, got it. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is
I might
Convergence
have a blown
Emergence
transistor already. That would suck.
with Papa Bale. Can you even hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm the camera dude, but I'm working on starting my own channel, so I'm piecing together content.
Hey,
So
what's up, Gerald? How's it
what's up,
going?
Gerald? And I appreciate you, bro, for doing this for me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've blown a transistor already. Shoot. Might have blown two already doing this. Yeah, that's gone. Ooh, poodoo.
Right on.
All right, so we'll disconnect the second one for now. Hey, you're going over to core lines now? Okay. Bye. Well, there she goes. That's awesome.
Welcome in, Patrick. This is a pulse motor, and we're working on powering a second pulse motor from this pulse motor. And we're doing
We're not
some
doing that anymore. I blew the transistor.
transistor is blown.
I got like 6 more, but I'm not going to hook them up right now. So we're just running the one pulse motor now, and it's going to turn on this light any second.
Any second now.
Birthday's coming up, and we're just out.
Let me get the oscilloscope readings up on the coils. Bam. All right. Let me just hook them up so we can get a reading. Right now they're hooked up to the cap bank, and you only get one reading off of that.
Hey, everybody, welcome in.
Oh,
Thank you for dropping by. Oh, there's the clip action. Like and subscribe. Let us know if you have any questions.
this is the negative, so it goes on the black clip. Now I'm D. Bam.
You got
That took skill.
the collection of spent resistors, or excuse me, spent transistors. Yes.
No, I throw them away as I blow them up. I do not save them.
How many you think you've thrown away, bro?
As soon as I like double check them, I throw them out. And I do double check them. I do.
Yes. Thank you, Gerald. Appreciate that.
There's no point in hanging on to them. There really isn't.
Just
Yeah,
to
I've been
look.
there already when you don't have any transistors and you're already looking through your pile of junk and you just throw them away.
But you could look at a huge pile and be like, okay, we spent that much money on that pile. No, I'm just playing.
Well, if it keeps you from doing like excessive illicit drugs for that much longer, then yes. Yes. So go through every single transistor and make sure they don't work and then throw them away. Or save them so you can do it again. I've been there. Totally. I've totally been there. And I'm just,
2-gallon bucket. That's huge. Yeah, memories, straight up. Any smoke with those blown transistors?
yeah, the smoke. Oh my God. And the smell. Oh my God, the smell.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's the DC voltage. Let's see what the AC says. All right. I think we're going to get DC voltage because they're all hooked together with diodes, rectifier diodes. Oh, there it goes. There's the AC.
Boom.
Once it hits a certain threshold, it kicks into voltage. So our light's on. We're going to turn up. About 12 volts of a negative spike there. Oh, no, that's 120 volts. My bad. I got to make a better switch. And then things will work out better. See, without the switch, we're pulling some amps, like 430. And
Mm-hmm.
that's without the second motor running. Sweet.
That thing looks like a flying saucer.
Indeed.
Can you get some of the maglev visuals? There we go. Yeah, there it is.
Toroid on toroid. Pretty centered, like right on the nuts. Hell yeah, I had like 3 bags, sandwich bags that I went through in the last couple weeks. Just throwing them in here and turning on the power and seeing if it would go straight to amps. If it went straight to amps, I threw it in the trash.
40 likes. Thank you guys so much. That's awesome.
Thank you, thank you. And I believe me, man, I keep them just in case I missed something or there was a bad connection, or that's the main one, the bad connection. Because if there's a bad connection, then that transistor is still good.
We got to make one up for perpetual motion machine. A spelling for that.
Hmm. So I was gonna print out some propeller blades for one of these rotors. was going to do it for the one down there. It's an 8-inch propeller blade, so there's like 4-inch blades, and they're designed for lift, so that should be interesting.
Or we could like combine them both into like this perpetual time machine spelling.
Perpetual. PURRRRPET
PURP. Perp.
TOOL.
TYME.
Perpetual. Cool. Perpetual.
Perpetual.
Time machine. uh, I love how smooth this rotor is.
It really
It's very
is.
heavy
Mm-hmm.
on the outside, very light in the middle. I mean, I attached a toroid magnet for maglev in the middle there. That gray ring in the center is what it's glued to. And there's 4 spokes. So there's like barely any material in the center. Is it reinventing a wheel? I don't think so. It's making maybe a better wheel, like a wheel that's heavy on the outside.
Yes, spaceship.
But you know, when you're talking about putting a wheel on a car, it has to be just as good at stopping as it does as going forward.
Oh my, yes, it's essential.
So a flywheel would be bad for a vehicle.
I've always thought about that. If
And if
it
you
could
try and
convert,
like get a good flywheel and you put it under the hood, it's going to be too small.
I was thinking if there could be a corridor that goes all the way through somewhere in the architecture, so it's like a tube that it would be in.
Yes, ceramic magnets, absolutely. I use the rectangles. And well, I don't know where I put them, but I got these nice big 3.5-inch bits of ceramic. They're pretty cool. The toroids that are magleving this thing is ceramic. I got these donut ceramics right here.
Those are the little guys.
Yeah, the Neos are different though. They're different. I can't say they're the same. Like there's the only similarity between them is that they're both magnets. Here they go.
Mm-hmm.
Now I
Yeah.
can hook up my electromagnetic rotor. You guys want to see that real quick? I've been dying to show that on a live stream. I'm gonna have to put you guys in the tripod though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see what that turns into with the split screen, and if we can
Okay.
position it right.
All right. I am going to dismantle this now.
Welcome in, MT5. Appreciate that.
Wow, you're going quick, man. Oh, we forgot to put it on the screen, but
Might take a few minutes. I want to do it right. Keep it clean.
keep it clean. Keep it smooth. Do you guys think that capacitors will be used in normal travel, like with EVs in conjunction with electric batteries at all? Is there a purpose for it? And then I want to talk about sodium ion batteries also. And as
I'd
they,
love to run this off of solar. That'd be great.
right, as sodium ion batteries continue to decline in price, they'll be more viable for EVs, but the energy density isn't quite where lithium ion is, even the LFPs. So, but it's, that you can sprinkle some magic electrolytes in there and it makes a difference. So, but for energy storage, you can package these sodium ions right now.
Now, water acts more like a resistor without salt in it than it does an amplifier or a conductor. If you want to conduct electricity with water, you put salt in it.
Right. I'm wondering if the salt residue from desalination plants can be used for this. And then it has all of the electrolytes that are in ocean water too, which could be, some of those can be gotten out. I don't know how far that technology is along, but there's a ton of elements in the ocean.
I think the amount of salt in the Red Sea is directly related to how it was parted back in the day.
There's a lot of
By
salt there.
Moses and
A
his
lot of
magical
salt.
staff. I think this is right up his alley, actually.
So then if we can create sodium ion batteries with sodium, iron, and carbon, we're going to reduce the cost of batteries by 40x. A lot of things are going to be reduced by 40x. And like China has such a head start here with batteries, EVs, robotics. They're going to dominate as exporters of those things. And we're going to, we're creating our own here in America with like Tesla. And then the other OEMs started to do it, but now they're backing out because it's not profitable for them, where it's been profitable for Tesla. So, it is possible, but you have to be like Ford and GM and
That didn't
Stellantis.
take but like 10 minutes, maybe
Yeah,
5 minutes.
they have to cannibalize themselves to offer these EVs because it goes against their dealership model. So when all the OEMs now are saying EVs aren't profitable, EVs aren't the future, there's no demand for EVs. No, that's wrong. There's no demand for your EVs, buddy, because you are not coming up to snuff compared to what China or Tesla are doing. So reevaluate how you present these things to us as you go bankrupt because you're betting on gas. But we'll get into that in my channel, that kind of stuff. But definitely major M&A coming in automobile manufacturers. That's a guarantee because of autonomy in EVs. You'd probably only need 100 million autonomous vehicles to cover all the driving we're doing now. And then the industrial ones on top of that, and those are right behind. Nice. All right. I was just burning some time there, but please go ahead.
Right. We got the electromagnetic rotor. We got to experiment with different permanent mags for the stator. I haven't found one that works really, really well. But, all right, let me just sort this out real quick.
But there's some Chinese vehicles that have a hybrid sodium-ion batteries with LFP batteries. And China's producing them at a very cheap rate, but they're able to function at negative 40 degrees Celsius. So putting in these hybrid battery packs with sodium and lithium have produced, cars that can operate in the coldest times of the year without burning the battery. So that's essential, as we move forward here in the transition to EVs. Yeah. Yeah, I believe sodium will outpace lithium this decade. I believe that in the next four years. And then I think the cost of energy is going to drop as a result of that. Because the idea with these batteries is to be able to store enough to where your peak time of day is underneath that stored value. And then you just grow your storage based on that, and then you'll always be growing into something that already exists. So then all the power plants will be putting it into the batteries, and then over time those power plants will be replaced by solar. That's my opinion. And then nuclear, but I think by the time these nuclear plants are built, the solar will already be up.
Our cap bank is charged up. Yeah.
And what's going to force all that is all the AI data centers and crypto mining centers down around Earth until they go up into space. But the excess will be able to be stored. All right, go ahead.
Right there, it hits right there. See, these magnets are probably too powerful.
And we can see the rotor motion, but definitely not the interaction with the magnet. But we can see when it passes.
Right there.
Mhm.
See that? All right, I'm gonna get the other magnet there. I'm gonna see if it hit me twice would work.
Some do have solar panels, and then some people, have their own rolls of solar panels that they take with them and that to charge the cars with. You know, I'm assuming there'll be cheaper energy, which will have the same effect. You know, we'll be able to get more access to more abundant energy at lower prices. So, and then eventually we won't even have to get out of the car to plug it in. So we can like be sleeping in the car and it'll charge you while we're sleeping. So I think there will be cars with solar panels on them, but that will be mostly for everything else than the acceleration and the stopping and whatnot, like the radio and the air and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Like from what I've studied about EVs with solar panels, it's not enough to actually power the car, give you more than a few miles worth of charge in a day. But then there's these self-made ones that's like 30 panels that you line out in a row and then plug it into your EV and that will charge it out in the wilderness and stuff. And people do that now. And they're thin panels that can roll up into a roll. So it's not like 30 panels you'd put on your roof. Nice.
So when you put them next to each other, it's 90 degrees. It kind of hits twice. Not enough though. Maybe it's not close enough.
Yeah, and I think the petrol dollar, petrol gas, fossil fuels in general, you know, they are definitely going to put up a fight, but they only have a certain amount of political capital. As soon as it's cheaper to do solar panels and batteries together, the majority of capital will flow in that direction for electricity.
It's attraction phase. You feel it like pulling the magnet. There we go.
Rotor heads, yes. Now, what is this going to look like when it's completed, bro?
Probably going to have a lot more less strong magnets on the stator, and it's probably going to have one more cap bank on there, and it's probably going to have two coils firing instead of just the one.
Okay.
The magnets will be arranged at 180 degrees. They're at 90 right now, but that's just because I got limited hand space. Limited. I love how it's moving though. That's awesome. Hey, bro,
Yeah.
you give me a glue stick?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The phones might have a feedback here.
Leave the phone out there.
All right.
Right there on the table. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, we are in the same building. Right on time. Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing more of that. And then when it's partnered with batteries, that's when we're going to see all these duck curves That's what they're called when the peak happens when people get home, past when the sun goes down. And it's very exciting. It's a very exciting time.
Just switched on me. Just switched direction.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate that. Good to see you.
I like it. It's a little choppy, but maybe if we move this one completely.
Hmm.
Or put it at 90 degrees like it was. I love that though. That's nice motion.
Are you gluing them down?
Well, one's glued down, but
Okay. And then the other one's far enough.
there it goes. No, it's not. I need to glue it down, but
Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome in. This is Chris from Convergence, Emergence, and this is Papa Bale from Papa Bale's Pulse Motors. He is working on the pulse motor right now.
electromagnetic rotor, people. Awesome.
Like and subscribe. Let us know if you have any questions. That
Wow,
looks like
that's the
it's going
best
to be
motion I've
nice.
gotten so far. I'm glad you guys can
Yeah.
see that.
That looks good. What's up, Wise One? We are working with pulse motor and some pretty powerful magnets, the little rectangles there on the table. Right, it's at the current price and in customer price. When my opinion on this, when AI is able to do the sales and the permit application, the CAD, um, the basic functions of that entire stream, and then robots are able to install it, it'll bring the price down, even for people in cloudy areas. And I think even cloudy areas are perfect for solar, depending on what price it is. So the more the price comes down, the better it will look for cloudy areas.
Oh, that's so neat. Yes. Electromagnetic rotor. Awesome. Gotta get my drink.
Gotta get my drink.
It looks
Cool.
so clean in here, so nice.
Yeah, I think wave, and tidal plugged into batteries is also a great idea. Tidal you'll get twice a day, and waves you'll get constant. But plug it into batteries.
Wow. Yeah. Get in there. That is awesome, guys. That is a freaking triumph.
Nice work, bro.
Forget the little victories. This is a triumph.
That's another thing, man. Like jobs. We think with what AI and robots are about to do to the workforce, jobs will be optional in the future. So if you want to have a conversation about that, great. Let us know. If not, keep on soldiering on. Dude, bro, that is smooth. And you can see that thing whipping around.
Hell yeah. Wow, dude. It's like a pulse motor in reverse. Good luck getting readings off of this. You have to set up a commutator plate and get readings off of that.
Well, Marie, you got to sit him down at the table. You got to look at him with one eye, side eye. You'd be like, I got to tell you something. That's how you do it. All right. Why is one word look where there's no real purpose to this? We're um, testing,
Just to
experimenting
say that I could do it.
to our deepest desires.
Just to say that I could do this is the purpose. I wanted to do this, so I did it.
What's up, Faraday?
What up, though?
Yeah, always, always. So are you think you're gonna add those two extra coils?
I might. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hook up the other battery to the other coil that's already there. I need maybe resistance. I'm not quite sure, but this reed switch looks like it's about to burn out.
Oh, I'm trying to read all these comments. Wise.
Yeah, the reed switch is blown.
And my eyes are bad. And my channel's a little different than his.
All right. Yeah. So we got a lot of action out of that switch.
Oh yeah, work full-time work now. Yeah, what kind of magnets are you using there, bro?
What'd you say?
What kind of magnets are you using there?
Neodymium.
And they're big. They're the strongest ones we got. Ooh, 7 months. That's hardcore.
Be right with
Oh, we got a full screen shot there. Nope, we're back. All right.
So I use these big needle rectangles, and I have the reed switch positioned right in the center of this thing. Let me see here if I can't. Try and generate some. Oh wow! What the hell? Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Let's see if I can't generate, because there's 4 pickup coils in this thing, and they're all hooked to the cat bank as well. So I'm gonna see if I'm spinning this can't. Damn. So no. I can't tell. Looks broken to me. Maybe not. Let's see. Not, which I can tell. So I think in order for that apparatus to work, it actually has to use the battery to get going, and then that energy from the pickup coils will filter through the cat bank. I don't think this will ever be able to run without a battery, just because of what it takes to charge the cat bank and to pre-charge the cat bank. You could do that, but that like off the shelf, that isn't going to happen. And this is a fun toy if you put it together right. But here on the breakdown real quick, you got a pickup coil at 180 right here. You got a pickup coil at 180 on the other 180. And then you got 2 drive coils on 180. So there's only 2 drive coils, but there's 4 pickup coils. So at 90 degrees, you'll pick up, and at 180, you'll hit the drive. So you got 2 more, 2-to-1 pickup coil. And this series is stacked. So when this drive coil hits and this drive coil hits, you're going to get that transformer like electricity as well. So when it pulses, you're going to get immediate electricity to the 2 coils. And then when it passes the magnet, you'll get more electricity in a different way. But since it's all going into the cat bank, which scrubs it and rectifies it, doesn't really matter where or how it's coming from. It's all going to end up DC and pure in the end.
Thanks, Wise. Appreciate that. We are located in Detroit, Michigan.
This is it right here. This is the apparatus. It goes in this side and into these AC caps, and then through these 4 bridge rectifiers. In the middle here, these little black things are bridge rectifiers. Okay, and then there's 4 paths of 5 DC caps. I believe these are 10 volt caps a piece in series, so that's 50. Anyway, at the end here, it's 1200 watt, rating.
Your work is a 4-hour drive? Man.
I think 1200 watts is pretty good.
Nice. Welcome in, Yoho. Or excuse me, Jojo.
I got one reed switch left. I don't think I want to use it just yet. I want to maybe try and incorporate this resistor. I think it's 100 ohms into the system so I don't blow the resistor. But I don't even think it'll work with that thing on there. You see how you
Cool.
saw how it was like basically struggling to get going. I think having that much motion is a good thing, but it's still compared to like all my other stuff. This is a baby. This is an infant. I know it can go way faster than it is. That was just one coil on one magnet, basically. This one was the one doing all the driving because this one is like way far away. And it's just magnetically influencing the reed switch, the pulse again.
Are you in Ontario?
All right. Wow, man, that was I'm thrilled, man. That was great.
This was nice. Nice turnout.
Yeah. All right. So I think I just reset because it says I've been active for 6 minutes.
Yeah, it happened when you were over by the computer. But it still kept all the likes, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Awesome. Well, I don't know what's going on, but I came over here to see like what time it was. So what time? Yo, what's up, Faraday?
Rock and roll. So that's in between Toronto and here, like Hamilton, London, that kind of.
So do you got a good time, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I think it's been at 2 hours. It might have reset at 2 hours, so we'll see what the final
Okay.
status look
All
like.
right. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it for the night then, right?
Yep, and then like and subscribe. Send us a message through the our communication links and our about page, and then we'll collaborate.
I think I'm gonna power it with 3-volt coins because I just got some adapters for the 3-volt coins, some coin holders. I'm gonna try running it with 3 volts, 3-volt batteries with on-off switches. So that'll be nice. Yeah. Oh, Mike, I gotta ask you a question about your latest water experiment. What's the number on the multimeter? Because I may have misquote. I may have like, and I probably sounded like a dick too, but I wasn't like trying to. I just um hello, hello.
Welcome in. Yeah, I got to get some bifocals.
I thought it was really neat. It's just that if that was voltage, I think that I don't know. I think it's great. All the
Like
different
something.
stuff that's going on out there right now. Points in regular water. You don't have any salt in that. That is awesome, dude. I saw it like crawling upwards, like reaching new heights and stuff. I don't know. I was intrigued. I love that whirlwind, the whirlpool thing you got, man. That's awesome. Anyway, thank you very much, people. I really appreciate you all coming in. I had a really good night. Please like, subscribe. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wise, reach out to us. Yep, Chicago. Love Chicago.
Check out Convergence Emergence. It's new and upcoming. Well, it's not new, but it is upcoming.
Yeah.
We're just picking it up again. I think that the future holds many opportunities. For everybody. With that being said, peace out. Have a wonderful night. Peace. Bye now.